Joe, frustrating again. Last kick of the game, defeat. How did you find the game as a whole?
I think we're very frustrated. Even at 1-0, we come in at half time. We didn't think we'd played well. We didn't think we'd approached the game in the right way. We've developing a little bit of a bad habit. I think we win a couple and we can be a bit casual, potentially complacent. I think we start the game quite well, quite brightly. Cam was quite effective in his role. I don't think that he was unpredictable as a 9, which is not his position, but he can be unpredictable in that role. Gets in behind a few times, scores a good goal. Had a couple of other chances early, and then rather than putting our foot on the gas, we did the opposite and we slowed the game down, and they got themselves organised into a sort of 4-4-2 and made it difficult for us to play through them. And I just felt that we just needed to inject a bit more oomph. And I think that if we were playing against a team that, whether it's a Bedford or a Biggleswade Town in the recent weeks, that's really sharpened us. And you could see in the boys' eyes that the motivation levels are high and they want to make a mark, and that the game's got a certain status to it. And I think that we overlooked Cirencester because they're a good team, and I think credit to them. I think that they deserve 3 points really based on our performance. But we've got to look at that because the performance levels in some games are just dipping way below what they are in others, and we're very up and down. We've got to address that. And on the whole, it's a really frustrating afternoon. I thought we were terrible first half. The how we moved the ball around the back was substandard. We're slow. People taking too many touches, bad habits, being lazy, passing backwards, passing sideways. When we were the better team for the first 20 minutes, and then we change it at half time to give us a bit more of an attacking impetus. That we're thinking the way to win the game is probably, we've got two options. You either take 1-0, and in that shape that we've been comfortable with against Biggleswade, against Bedford, we don't want to concede goals, but we just didn't necessarily feel like we had the personnel didn't necessarily look like they had the appetite for seeing the game out defensively. So the decision we took was to try and get some more attackers on the pitch and maybe try and get the second or third in the second half. And because of that, a bit more of a basketball game, a few more transitions second half, and credit to Cirencester, they put some balls in the box, they put us under some good pressure. On the break, instead of looking after the ball, we tried to counter their counter, and that played into their hands. And I imagine the last 20 minutes was entertaining to watch, probably much more so than the first 70, because in the last 20 minutes, it looked like it mattered. And that's our problem, is that for the first 45, it didn't look like it mattered. And if it doesn't look like it matters week in, week out, then we're going to head towards a season where we're not where we want to be or where we could be based on some of the performances.
I mean, we've kept 2.5.
Long answer there.
Last 2.5 games, we've kept clean sheets.
Yeah.
So obviously, again, it's frustrating conceding 3 today.
Yeah, we didn't. We felt we were good against Bedford. We felt we were good against Biggleswade Town. Biggleswade United in the Cup was a clean sheet. We had a bit of a blueprint for how we wanted to play, and we didn't change it too much today. We said, look, what we've worked on is what we've worked on, and that'll be how we'll try and play today. And, maybe people took that as comfortable. That's comfortable. It's just going to be the same. Just turn up and put that performance in, and that'll be enough. And we have to maybe look at ourselves as coaches to go, what was that message right? Was the message to just produce what you've produced? Work on that, touch up a few areas. Is that the right message? I don't know. Maybe that got perceived as it will be comfortable, just do that again. But we're certainly not comfortable. We don't want players that are comfortable. And I think that, we've done nothing. A lot of the boys have done nothing in the game. We've done nothing in the game as coaches. And we've got to remember that. And we've got to have a little bit of an appetite to compete and to win versus everyone on any given weekend, because we're so inconsistent and it's annoying.
Yeah. All right, mate. Thank you very much.
Cheers mate.